Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the North American Regional event. Gandhi joined by DM. We just saw Red come out and put the smackdown.
A little bit of a smackdown.
Yeah, a little bit of a smackdown.
You know, all right, so Gandhi has been watching a lot of scrims. I have had not as much time as I did in Europe. I've been getting a lot of my feed from him, and he's been talking about a ton of things.
He's been shopping, let's be honest.
I shopped a little bit. Yeah, I like shopping. But I caught a lot of the Prime stuff. I caught a lot of the Red stuff, and when it came down to it, Prime was just very, very strong. Red didn't look like they were performing like the normal Red until right now.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing about scrims, right? You can only take so much from it, just like you can only take so much from online. But really, I think it's a testament to how strong COG Prime really is. But with that said, going into this game here, we're going to see probably a little bit of different bans maybe coming out of Team Dignitas. I got to think they have to have an answer for Divios.
So check this out. The Circuit ban comes out in response to Raw because they now know, like, well, if they leave Thor open, we're not going to give them Circuit. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Very smart banning phase from Dignitas. Vulcan. They get the 2 picks they were going for, but in the right order. Once again, we're going to see Vulcan. Will it go to the Bush? Will it go to Divios? Or back to the duo?
I think it's going to go back to the duo. I think they like the pressure it has. So now that puts Dignitas in a spot like, do we want to go with Sylvanas here? Do we want to take that away? Do we want them to have that laning pressure? And I think
Dare had a good Sylvanas yesterday, man. He's just very, very smart. All of his supports are on point, but Geb is still open, and we should not be sleeping on the rocks.
No. God, I hate you. Well, surprisingly enough, that's going to be Apollo into Lassus. Apollo and Nuwa, as Lassus is going to acquire that one just for the picking phase. So that gives them Sylvanas and Osiris. So they have the 3 core again.
Yeah, this looks like we're going to get a run back. But you go to any MOBA, you go to any fighting game, any shooter, just because you lost on a map, or just because you lost with a character, or just because you lost with a comp. I mean, just because those things happen doesn't mean you can't win the next time. Give it the run back. Keep yourself running high. I mean, that's the key to victory. Keep it in your mind. But COG Red is getting... Oh!
Yes! It's our first time!
I love Janus. I just love him so much.
The play potential of Giannis is... You can't even put a number on it. It's amazing.
One of the big wins that Dignitas had was because of the major dropship spirit gun to the Titan.
Imagine it happens again.
I can do it. I mean, it's what they do. Ban phase, once again, option over to Team Dignitas.
Well, so this is going to put it on. I think they're probably going to kind of focus on the Bush here. I think you ban out Agni, which, get him out of there. And that is just such respect bans. That is 2 out of 3 bans going directly to 1 player.
You know, and I really like the way they're... smart Geb ban. You know, take that away as well. I mean, Geb is really one of the only characters that can truly deal with any support in the game. This could be Bacchus. All right. They're going to run it. They were really running this back.
They came in with the quickness with the Odin.
Poseidon.
So I guess the Nua's going to go to Shing. And that's a Poseidon.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm not on the train.
Oh, yeah, dude, come on.
No, I'm not.
Don't you start with this, DM.
Well, I mean...
It's Sunday. It is a day of being happy. All right?
My issue is that Poseidon has a lot of attack speed potential in terms of damage. You want to get as much as you can with Trident. Now a Witchblade hurts Poseidon, a Witchblade hurts Kali, a Witchblade hurts Osiris, and like it's going to shut down a lot, and they're going to build it on somebody. Hunbots, though. I love Hunbots.
Hunbots on Lassus, that is a safe pick, right? Like, Lassus kind of deviates away from gods if he plays him too much, and then he's like, oh yeah, I was like good with this guy.
I was really good with this guy.
But back to the Poseidon, because you've ruffled my feathers. Imagine the Boosh on Poseidon. Just imagine it. Kraken, whirlpools, everything. That is destruction.
My issue is that, generally speaking, he likes to be as far away as possible. Poseidon's kind of an up-in-your-face guy. I don't see it.
Come on.
Though he's got the serious jukes, putting the Trident movement speed with the passive movement speed on top of the fact that you have the Whirlpool to slow down and cripple. I mean, I want to see what Boosh can do in terms of figure eights, working himself through team fights. He's got to change up his play style to make this work. The number one thing is you cannot rely on the Kraken. That's what every Poseidon player has done. It doesn't work anymore. You have to rely on the abilities.
Well, that's just because you hit whatever it's toggled to. You hit G and, Aegis.
Sorry, buddy. This ain't going to work anymore.
Yeah, well, thanks for the water. I needed a bath. But I think realistically here, when you look at the Team Dignitas lineup, I think this is really good for them. Lass is going to be able to set up a lot of plays. I'm really focusing on the captain here. The one thing that's really good about Dignitas, and if you're a fan of Dignitas, you know this, they have a very short-term memory. They do not let losses get to them at all.
And that's important. That's a very big thing. You don't want to be emotional. I look at complexity for that. Most recently, I look at Cloud9 for that. That third game, man. Ooh. But that second game loss, I mean, you just... I love you, young man.
We're in North America now. I can't. My emotions can't handle that kind of series here. But, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead. This is going to be game number 2. Cog Red leads 1-0 over Team Dignitas. Who you liking in this?
Ah, man, this looks strong in either regard. If Lasses can get started and shut Kali down, it could be an early GG. Don't forget, the Odin is still there. Bird bombs do a lot of damage, and that is a fairly squishy team. Boosh doesn't really have a lot of movement. Devios can defend against it, but really, that's it.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't seem to be too much tomfoolery going on here. It's going to be the usual thing. We might actually see an invade coming out of Cog Red if they really want to. They do have the players to do it. I mean, you have Divios with the leap. You have Gars with the leap. They could go over and try to steal this speed buff from Lassus, and Lassus could go on tilt from that.
You know, last time, Shing, you know, they got a little bit surprised in the top when they came to lane, or when they came into lane. You know, they got some of their stuff stolen away with the mid camps. This time, it looks like it's going to be a pretty basic rush.
Yeah. And nothing crazy here. Lass is going to hit. Well, this is really, really smart here. And we didn't touch on this, but this is actually going to be Shing playing Nuwa in the solo lane. And that's going to now give Giannis to Na. So it's a lot of pressure on Na.
I really like, oh, what is this start? Oh, this is why the Speed Ward is the best ward.
Yeah.
This is why the Speed Ward is the best ward. They have been caught. Speed buff will go the way of Gars.
That already is, like, humongous. You take the speed from Lassus on Chaos side, he's behind. He's going to go back there and literally be like, guys.
Oh, jumping in. Snoopy taking a little bit of damage, not too much over on the left side. They're trying to push, but it's so hard to push against Sylvanas. Look at this. Even with Bird Bomb and So Beautiful, they still get out-pushed.
Yeah, and that's going to be another meatball hitting here. Look at the damage done to Dare to Care. He's just forced all the way back, and this is going to be very, very difficult for him in this laning phase. We saw it in last game, DM.
I'm actually looking in the mid lane. Both of these characters have incredible clear, but once again, Dare to Care diving deep. Zatman diving deep. I don't know how that one's going to work out, but no, he's getting away.
Dude, you never, when I watch this duo lane, I get like a mini panic attack. Like I never know. Oh my God, the ball's going to be there. The follow-up from Volk, and he tries to dash. The mess is going to be there. Bird Bomb, Raven Shot. That's a lot of damage on Snoopy. He's taking a lot from the archers. The meatball's going to be there as well. Does Ionic have the damage? He does not. They're going to completely disengage. That's what I'm talking about. Panic attacks, man.
Oh, my. So right there, the meatball hits, and he pulls him right off of it. But, oh, again, on the bottom side, they're going for the red buff.
Yep, they're going to be able to invade yet again.
Oh, wait, no. They stole the speed buff to beginning.
Stop it.
Did they not wait? Did they not realize that happened already? No, they do. They're going to top camp.
Okay, that's good. They have to split it. And this is the thing, right? Like, I almost wanted to see them ban out Osiris.
Yeah, honestly.
Force someone else out. Give him Hercules.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
I knew you were going to say that. Meditation, man.
Hey. Hey, watch your mouth.
Well, speaking of invades here, we do have Cognitive Red going for the red buff as well. Booch is going to get a refresher on that. Your jungle belongs to Cog Red, Dick, and this is a real problem.
Again, we see Gars ahead of Lassus. He has a level advantage. Here comes Na. Oh, man, to Gars, no fear. Just walks right past Giannis and Hunbots. I mean, that's not something you do. I mean, they're so fearful.
Dude, I don't think he's afraid of anything. He just wants to watch the world burn, man.
You know, I'm so interested, though, Gandhi, in this left lane. Like, after watching the meatball coupled into the pull and then rooting them afterwards, that's so high level, but
Giannis Portal's going to be here as well. Snoopy's going to throw meatball, connects with both of them. Decent amount of damage coming out as well. Giannis is going to be there. Vulcan ult. Nas in a lot of trouble. He's going to drop a portal. He got him back.
First blood in the tree.
What is the tree?
Oh, here comes Gars. Look at this. That man in a lot of
Oh, no.
Release
That's the push, baby.
Love it. I absolutely love it. The way that Snoopy played that was beyond brilliant. Ionic with another big one, but Dare to Care gets over the wall. His pulls are outrageous.
He hasn't missed one.
This is bigger than yesterday.
He is a robot. Yeah. Well, technically he's a tree, but it's a robot.
It's a robotic tree. New skin incoming.
Oh, God. Look at us.
We're geniuses.
But that was A perfect rotation coming out of Cog Red, and if there's ever a time we're going to see the Kraken do copious amounts of damage, it's before 10 minutes because most people probably aren't buying beads yet.
Right, I mean, at that point, Zatman hadn't even gone back. In fact, you take a look at the build, he's sitting on Cursed Gauntlet right now. That definitely hurts him.
That really hurts him. And now, Shing, since he has to deal with Osiris, also is going to be going into the breastplate.
Oh, early on, that's really going to limit him. I mean, granted, it'll stop a lot of the gank damage as well, but Nuwa needs damage to use fire shards, and right now he has none of it.
Yeah, and you know, we haven't really seen too many rotations into the Harpies. It's been so much more engagements.
So we're at 4 minutes right now, which means camps are going to start coming back up. Devios knows the timer for the speed buff, but Garz is still in the base.
Yep, and Lass is actually going to rotate over here. Osiris is going to be in the middle. He's going to be starting up on this blue. Eyes on the Boosh. He's going to be rotating over, DM.
Actually, eyes on Devios. He's trying for the steal, but he already used the Hand of the Gods in lane. He forced out Fear No Evil. He's got the tether onto Lassus. Oh, no! Lassus gets caught again. Rotation with a huge, absolutely huge rotation.
Wow, and in the backside, Shing's going to be in a lot of trouble there. He's got the jukes on, but Garz says, you're mine.
The double jump coming in. Devios with the Lord of the Afterlife sends Shing right there.
And this is spiraling out of control already.
Left side, blue buff was stolen away. Zatman doesn't really care about the mana. He cares about the experience, and now he's scared that he's knocked up twice in a row. Stun gonna be good. Oh, with the backfire, how much damage can they do? Snoopy's trying to find a way in. He needs one good shot.
Oh, he missed it. Ah, the backfire, and the tree's gonna get another one. Ionic is gonna, does he have the most kills? He's tied for the most kills.
2-0. Oh, Bird Bomb jumping in. Snoopy walks back into it. He's gone for.
Yep, they are able to get one, so that's going to be big for the morale here, DM.
Oh, Lass is forced to use the Aegis inside the Whirlpool. Jumps away? Can you do that? Did the Aegis make him immune to the cripple and then he jumped out? Or did maybe the Whirlpool end? Lass is a genius.
Lass is he's like grandfather Smite, right?
You called him old.
I think he's like the young age of 37. It's like a young Brad Pitt.
Lass is actually younger than me, and I don't appreciate that.
Oh, God.
Leave me alone.
I'm so sorry. You're aging well, though.
Thank you. Devios aging well at a stern 14, keeps control of the solo lane. Level 9 right now has sent Shing back again, who is level 7.
Now, I want to talk about this because at the beginning you were kind of indecisive about it, but Poseidon has been able to rotate everywhere. And in the early game phase, if you're going to put the pressure on Dig, you want it beyond the early. And I don't think Dig was actually expecting it because Dig is notorious for being good in the early game.
Well, I mean, that's one of Poseidon's strengths. I mean, he has so much inherent movement speed. It used to be almost double of what he has now. He got nerfed and people kind of fell out of favor. I mean, this is when Scylla was the strongest, Poseidon was the counter, Poseidon gets nerfed, Scylla winds up getting nerfed. Everyone, for some reason, stops playing Scylla, but now we're looking at Ionic, who takes some damage, not a lot.
There's a lot here. Fear No Evil's already gone. The Odin Ring's going to be there. The pull. Noah's going to get erased off the map. Ionic's going to get another kill. In comes Zapman, but his teammates are down. Ionic, he's just waiting for a pull. He's waiting for the cooldowns. He's got 5 seconds on it. The Mez is going to be there. Zap, you better put on the jukes. They're swarming you, man.
Ionic,
that's a lot of damage.
He's just hiding behind. There's no way they're going to be able to stop the rotation. Not sure why Boosh is backing. No, that's right. Right to the Gold Fury.
And Divios actually has forced out the ultimate from Nuwa as well, so this is going to be huge. Not only do they have the Gold Fury, they have complete control of the map. It's 9-1. Taking a look at the grabs here.
They got it.
And that is now 7,500 experience, almost 4,000 gold. It's 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
That was almost 4,000 before the Gold Fury. 5,200. It's 7 minutes. That's not even a thing. That doesn't happen.
I don't even know how it could be a thing.
Oh my! You know, again, you know, we watched the scrims front to back. They weren't looking super strong. They were demoralized. But in these games, 9-1 at 7 minutes. How do they have more kills than there are minutes on the board? And we're at 7. That's insanity.
Dude, I really don't. I don't know.
To me, it's been Ionic, man. I mean, Garz has been great. The boost rotations have been awesome.
Yeah.
But like, we saw a 4-man rotation to duo. They lived through it and get the rotation over from Boosh. At the mid camps, it gets a cage on him. Ionic's like, I don't have to heal myself in here. 3-person knockup. Zatman comes in too late, gets caught himself. And I think the big kicker there was that the diminishing returns on Garz was so big that the Mez lasted for like a quarter of a second.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't put a price on these pulls, right? He is canceling out all the damage from Unstable Vortex in an Odin Ring. You have to try to miss it. So the fact that he was able to lock him up is huge. And if you have never played Sylvanas, it's like a half second before that pull even goes out. So it's very difficult.
Very slow. It's probably the hardest skill shot to hit in the entire game.
Yep. Well, Lassus, his speed buff is in a lot of trouble here as the blue is going to be taken first, but Dare to Care is going to rotate. They're going to try to go in on this. They're not able to get it, and now Dare to Care is going to be stuck here. His jump is going to be down as well for another 8 seconds. Last is in the back line. Unstable Vortex is going to hit. Gars is forced out. Divios able to get 1 kill. He's going to chase down.
Wow.
Rest in peace, Shing as well. The fight has not stopped yet, though. Nah, and Lasses are going to get all the way out. Zapman did start to rotate, but he didn't want to ult.
The speed is blinking. They have nowhere to... Oh, Iana jumps in deep, forces the Fear No Evil. Gar's trying to go as well. Not sure if they should be chasing this. I don't think they're going to get this.
I think they got it, bro.
Oh, whoa.
You're underestimating it. Snoopy's going to continue to aggress. Zapman's underneath the tower. Here
Bang.
comes the meatball. He's able to hit it. Snoopy showing that it's effortless for him.
He just rings the dinner bell, chucks out the meatball, and says goodnight.
Yeah. Mom, the meatloaf.
He heads back to the base, man. That's going to be a long respawn. Zapman again, only... Oh, my God. Zapman is level 8, and Snoopy just hit 13.
Yeah, this is this point, right? Then this is what I wanted to ask you since this is my first Smite LAN. Do you ever surrender in a tournament?
We saw a few,
right?
Almost never at LAN. I think maybe one at LAN. We never really see them.
Oh, wait. Nas getting bodied right now. And actually, Dare to Care is going to be there to clear him out, but continue.
Oh, missed the spear gun, gets the Unstable Vortex, and there's Zapman putting himself on the board.
So, it's very rare. You always kind of hold on to it because the only reason I would think about it right now in the scenario is to not get more demoralized. But you don't want to find yourself down 2-0.
You know, a lot of people say, you want to cut your losses, don't frustrate yourself. But then I like to bring up the idea of Cloud9 versus Aquila. Snoopy trying to live. Zapman's getting pretty low. They're trying to find something here. He's not going to be able to escape. Zapman gets another one. But
Gars is actually going to be on the backside. Zapman's going to turn around, hit him with the Mez. Dare to Care now trying to body block, but he's going to get just chunked through. Now watch the health of Lasses. Gars is going to be there. Ionic.
Speed buff.
He's too slow.
He's got the speed buff. Here comes Jen.
That's brilliant.
Beautiful
from
portal. Beautiful portal.
Good job by Naw getting him out of there. And that's a lot of communication. That is very hard to do.
He's going to make sure, like, hey, I got a portal coming, run to this point, pings it on the map. You know, there's a lot. Now, Gar's doing some damage to the tower here. I think this is more of just a bait trying to make, Dare to Care move over. Here's Naw as well. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. Ravenchild's going to do a lot. There's going to be Fear No Evil. Dignitas doing an excellent job. They don't want to chase down Gars, but actually now they do. He's all the way in the back. Ionic's doing an amazing job. He's like, listen, you want to get to him, you got to get through the tree. It's not happening.
I don't know if we're going to see a lane swap here. Zapman starts over towards the right side, going to pick up the small camp. Might actually go for this farm as well. He needs to really sit and farm. He's level 10 right now.
This is Divios and Boosh. They're rotating around. This could be a world of trouble here for Dignitas. They have to back. Now you're going to get jumped on, buddy. Watch your back. Now Naw's just going to be a lot. That's going to be the force. The ultimate there. He's going to be able to rotate out. That is a big play by Naw.
If he took that final portal, Gars would have destroyed him. Actually still has a chance. Oh, another portal. that character's balanced, man. That's fine.
Excuse me, this tree opened up itself for me. But that was an amazing rotation on Cog Red. You could see how it was 1 second away and it would have been done.
So left side, we're going to see some creeps get into the tower there. Dare to Care will rotate over to try to keep that safe. Looks like the bird bomb's going to be able to clean that one up. Right side, Zapman getting some clean farm here. Could be in trouble, but a beautiful Mesmerize will get him out of dodge.
I think this is what's going to happen. I think Dare to Care is just going to kind of rotate over there. I wouldn't be surprised to see Shing kind of go into long lane. But the one thing I do want to say, talking about the Giannis in that last play, he's actually going to be going with the full CDR build.
So I'm looking at Dare to Care here, Gandhi. Now, me and you have talked a lot about the mystical male versus sovereignty.
Yeah.
With how far behind Odin is right now, you have to think he's just going to stop the nonsense and he's going to go right into Sov.
I think when you're at an event and you believe in something, I don't think you deter from it at all.
Dare to Care in so much trouble here, taking a lot. The knockup will be able to do it, and Boosh finds the kill. Vulcan ult wasted. Speaking of wasted, Naw super low right now, trying to find something to get away, and that's going to be helped by Lass.
Yep, Lasses and Zapman working together. The Boosh is going to be turning around as well as Ionic. He's going to pour it out of there. Naw says, I'm out. Sorry, guys. Lass is all the way in the back there. That's going to be a lot of damage. Boosh is trying to do it. He isn't able to get the kill, though. Zapman still staying in there. Meanwhile, Divios coming in on the right side. He's going to get stunned out. Dignitas showing some resilience.
Could they go for the Gold Fury here? I mean, there's so many people backing right now. I think they have an opportunity for it. Do they try to take the advantage? No, it looks like they're going to back off.
I mean, as crazy as Divios and Gars are together, I think it's safe to say they're going to go back. I mean, taking a look at the gold in hand here, I mean, Apollo only had like 780, so it's nothing crazy. No one's going to back.
Top side, we're going to see them go for the steal again. Divios is being a major bully.
Yeah, and this is going to be tough. He is going to be able to get this. No member of Dignitas is even close, so this is going to give them an advantage. But look at this. The Gold Fury has been started, DM.
Oh, the hog was way too early there. But
no.
Who is that hog from? It wasn't from Ionic.
I think it was Gars, maybe? I think he baited it. But down goes one. Gars is going to be in the middle. The portal's going to drop.
Last got a target, full health.
Last has full health. Gars still in the back. The ultimate's going to finally go down. Derek doing an extra jump.
Double kill.
That's going to be the target. Gars still trying to pursue forward. Divio's just forcing him all the way out. He's just chasing him down. Down goes the
That's
in
a
the
target.
backside. This is Gars, and they're all dead. Dia's side.
What is happening to Team Dignitas? Again, we see them with only 6 kills on the board. They just lost the Gold Fury again. Derek falling apart this set. That hog was way too early. Once again, Ionic with the swiftest hogs. They pick up a Gold Fury. They pick up 5 kills. They pick up a mid tower. They're maybe going for tier 2, and they only drop the support.
I think what happened was I think Cog Red coordinated it to the point where they were like, okay, Gars, you hand, and then I'm going to steal it. That's going to force theirs out, and we're going to get this secured. That might have been what happened.
Gars does not have destruction, but Boosh absolutely has the Kraken. They're going to find a big kill there, but they're going to turn it around. Gars super low, trying to get out of the tower range. Devios finds a kill before trading as Gars attempts to run away from Zap. With the speed buff, it's possible. With Snoopy's rotation, it's possible.
Rule number 1 in video games, never chase. Snoopy's going to be on the backside. It's going to be a lot of damage. Shake's going to be there. Down he goes. Another pull. Ionic is robotic. He has hit every single pull. That is Video Games 101. If someone gets away, just let him go.
Right there, that's the frustration. That's gonna hurt more than anything else that's happened this game. Is Zap, he saw the kill, the tunnel vision applied, and he chased a little bit too far. You know what I love though is he's believing in himself. Not that chase was maybe a little bit disconcerting considering what we could see. He didn't know Snoopy was in their side of the jungle. That's awkward. He sees I can probably chase this collie. I can at least force her away and try to push for something. I need to farm. I need to push towers, but the rotation from Red, the communication is outrageous.
Listen, whatever you do, do not look at the graphs. All right, I'm telling you that it's like when you're at.
No, Brad, he said don't look at the graphs.
You don't want to do it. Okay.
Oh.
This is nuts. This is like the Price is Right, but there's no drop off, right? Like they've just been crushing.
Well, Shing once again falls down level 12 comparatively to Devios' level 18.
Dude, it's just terrifying.
I don't understand how the disparity has grown so much. 24 kills in 16 minutes, 10,000 gold in 16 minutes. No level 20s on the board, so that 18,500 experience you saw is absolutely pure.
It's... And the scary thing here, too, when you talk about experience, well, actually, hold the phone here on the left lane. There is going to be the 1v1. Snoopy trying to aggress. Zapman losing this battle. And he's going to be going up, and he is going to be able to get away here. As you can see, the Boosh already started rotating. But when you take a look at it, I mean, you want Nuwa online, and she's only a level 12 with the Breastplate of Valor. She's doing no damage.
Yeah, that is an irrelevant character. Full CDR Nuwa gives her extra fire shards, but full CDR in 3 items gives you no damage on fire shards.
Yeah. It's good for what it is, but you got to build some damage, and that's going to be another tier 2. This looks like if they get a couple kills, it's either going to be the end of the game, they're going to get Fire Giant, and then last is going to be tethered up. Divios forces him out yet again.
You know, everyone, talking about Team Dignitas, everyone talked about, Gnaw, maybe the weak link on the team. Right now, Gnaw has been absolutely the strongest in these 2 games. His rotations have been amazing. His defense as Giannis has been amazing, putting the portals out for his team. The portal that he put in the jungle just to stop the rotation on the ground was so big, but the damage isn't big enough. Nuwa hasn't come online. Lassus can't find the big ult. He's constantly stuck in whirlpools, having to use his Aegis. I mean, right now, Dignitas just can't find a way in, but they have an opportunity here to get a pick.
It looks like they are there.
How did he dodge that? That's nonsense.
Yeah. There's no reason for that. They're putting a lot of effort on Ionic here, and they're wasting
Snoopy.
so much. There's going to be the ring. Lass is going to be in the background, and now here comes the Gars. Gars is going to be pushing up. He does have Witchblade as well, so that's going to help him a lot in this scenario, but it looks like they're going to force him out. They're so low that they're like, hey, they can't contest this Fire Giant. Do you want to start it?
Why not? Let's go for it. And there it goes. It looks like they're going to try to go for it. Turret doing some damage. Boost rotates back. Derek goes down. Just barely jumping out. Kraken's going to do some damage, but not nearly enough to deter as they do dodge away. But Shing is taking a lot.
That's a root. He's looking for the pull. He's got the teammates there as well. Shing's going to be the last one up. He's going to get erased. Lassus, meanwhile, he's in the solo lane. He's really just trying to stay alive here. Now, if they do go for Fire Giant, he does have a chance. But as you look, he doesn't even have hand. He used it before for the speed buff. There is no contention here. He just needs to try to steal something and get his team back into it. 28-8. Sweet Mother of Mary.
15,000 gold up in 18 minutes, 30 seconds. Extends up to 15-7. Though, Lassus is very smart. He doesn't back off this. He knows they're doing FG. He's like, I need to rotate. I need to find something. Pushes a wave in, goes for the speed buff steal. This is brilliant play, and this is how Lassus got to be where he is.
Yep, Lassus now. He does have to be a little bit careful.
I think he sees this.
I think he sees this as well.
I don't know that DVOs cares about the level 13 Hun bots.
Nah, he's like, I will eat that monkey.
And I think he's going for it. No slow off the Spirit Flail there. He didn't apply the side first.
Dropship.
Oh, yeah, they reset too.
Yep, no, it's going to be able to come in. Here comes that man. They're going to go for the full-blown aggress. They're trapped in the Odin ring. Divio's going to be in the middle. Derek here jumps. Zap's able to get one. He's not going to miss, but the boost is going to be on the backside. Ionic's going to get another kill here. Zapman still trying to stay alive. Down goes another one. It's all up to Lassus and Shing, the last two remaining members on Dignitas.
This could be really big. It looks like they're going to forego the 1,500 gold that they earned there, and even without Snoopy, they intend to do a 4v2, and that's if Na gets, or rather Shing gets back. I'm sorry, Shing is on Nuwa, which is still kind of throwing me for a little bit of a loop.
I know, I know.
It's not his normal god pool, and you can see that. I mean, just reflected in what happened 154. This is a free Phoenix.
Reflected in the build as well.
Yeah, I mean, he needed it though. I mean, he couldn't afford to get ganked, and even so, like DVOs is just like, even with defense, man, I don't care about what you're doing.
Yep. And so this is going to be the middle Phoenix as well, just going to get shredded through. The question is, this is why COG Red is the #1 team right now in North America after the SPL. They are just destroying Dignitas, and they still give them respect. They're going to go back, clear out the buffs, buy, and then attack for one final assault. Anyone else, they're like, yeah, let's try to end.
Well, they get 2 Phoenixes. They're going to get another Gold Fury, and their absolutely devastating lead will extend all the way past 18,000 gold, 27,000 experience with only 2 level 20s on the board. One of the most one-sided games I think we've seen in the entirety of the regional playoffs in either region.
You have to assume going into game 2 that Odin isn't picked, right?
I don't see it working. I mean, this Dare to Care's Geb is unbelievable. If I was Dignitas, I would be first picking Geb. Just put it online. The Odin is not working. That and Zapman, I mean, the Apollo, I mean, that's his go-to. I think he needs to go to On Her. He needs more early damage. They want to play the early game. The rotations are strong. I mean, he's played 2 really big plays, but yeah, just calm yourself.
Stingers on stingers, man.
Just please stop. I don't think we're going to see AMC.
Honey for everyone.
I don't think we'll see AMC. I don't think we'll see Shibalanke. Technically, with the ban, we saw Cupid.
See, anything goes here. It's North American Regional.
Well, Samshu's the best Cupid by far, and they're like, hey, he doesn't play normal God, so we'll ban that, and then we'll just deal with him.
All right, well, 21:30 on the clock, 31-9. Here comes the final assault on the final Phoenix here. Dignitas is forced to aggress, and it looks like they are going to go in. Ionic's going to be trapped in the middle. Derek here taking a lot of damage. He's forced all the way out.
Shing's
going to get erased. Scar's going to make him pay. Vulcan ult's going to come in. Doesn't hit Lassus or Zapman. They're forced all the way back. Here comes Guards. They're going to slowly push up. It is technically a 5-on-4 in this scenario, but really, I don't know how Dignitas can hold this.
It's a 5-on-5. The Titan swings pretty hard. Oh, speaking of swinging, Zapman in some trouble inside the Aegis, getting very low. He's trying to get back to the base. Lassus a target. He goes down to Snoopy. Gars diving super deep, jumps away and resets the Titan. This is now a 4v3. I think they have an opportunity. Oh,
the meatball coming in from the back line, able to connect with another one. Zapman all the way up in the front. He's crazy. No, it's going to be the last remaining hope. How many portals can you hit? There's not enough. There goes another DS side. Cognitive Red takes game #2 in the best-of-5 series.
This is what we're seeing again, you know, from the regional kickoffs. COG Red has come out absolutely dominant, and a 36-9 after a 25-5 game. They look unstoppable. So going into this game, I said, you know, sometimes the run back's important. Going into game 3, I'm kind of thinking they should not do the run back.
No run back. I think you get it out of there, but
Odin needs to be cut.
You know what's super scary right now about COG Red is, like, I'm watching them play, and every one of their skill shots is hitting, like, when you're playing on fire.
Yeah.
And that just seems to be routine for them. Ionic, 5-1-18. He hit every pull in the world. Guys, give it up for Cognitive Red here.
But Dignitas is not out yet. They need 3 straight at disadvantage. It's going to be hard for them to work back, but it's definitely not the craziest thing we would ever see. Still giving that one again to Aquila. Sorry, Cloud9.
Yeah, well, the real story is the Vulcan ADC, and Rory does have a replay for us of that.
Thanks, Scott. Come back in that last game. It's going to be a 0-2 right now for Dignitas, and they're feeling the heat of the stage and the lights above them. In the last match, I want to bring a little bit back to one of the replays here, and they're on the chopping block. So let's see what happened in that last match. Bring it back. You can see Snoopy here on Vulcan, and I don't think anyone, even in the crowd, expected this to be as strong as it was. The AoE. So if we can slow this down a little bit, you can see them getting caught in just in the backside. There goes the backfire taking them out, and Zapman's still in this. And we saw this time and time again in the match. Dignitas staying in too long or going in piecemeal one by one, and he decides to turn back and fight, maybe thinking that you're going to see a Sylvanas root, a hook, bringing him back in, but he decided that 4-on-1 was his opportunity. But even then, you're looking at, you're saying Ionic is not worth your life at that point in the match. So Dignitas making a lot of very risky borderline plays that ended up not going well for them in the end. They're sitting 0-2, and this is their chance to get the team huddled together, get their morale high, because if they don't take this next match, it's all curtains. We're going to cut over to F-Dot for the player interview.
How's it going, guys? It's Tom F-Dot here. Not quite the players, but we've got the people that are keeping the players going here. You know, what are you guys' names?
My name is Reed.
Dan.
Johnny. CJ.
And who's over there?
Tony.
All right, we got a whole bunch of people. So I have, who are you rooting for? And just real quick, was there anything specific you guys wanted to see happen today?
Zapman get wrecked. Zapman get wrecked.
So you just want, all right, guys, whatever you guys are rooting for. So you guys are COG fans, COG Red or COG Prime?
Right, COG Prime.
Team COG.
All right, so the original COG right there, and specifically player or just the whole team?
Barracuda!
So we got a whole bunch of Barracuda fans right here. COG is full in effect right here. So we got a lot of love in the fans, a lot of love in the stands, a lot of love on the stage. That's going to be it. We'll catch you guys soon. That's us.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Expert Desk. I am joined by Kret. So, Kret, Team Dignitas is now 0-2 against COG Red. I know a lot of people were saying that COG Red looked a little iffy during scrims, but obviously they're not showing that today. What is Dig going to have to do to make a comeback? They have to go 3-0 now.
Well, you know, scrims don't get you points at the event. They just sort of get you practice to go into it. And honestly, this is where it comes down to team culture. The coach, the players, they just have to huddle together and say, how do we get our morale back? How do we keep going? How do we keep rolling? Because I think at this point it's mental, right? Game 1 looked like the beginning of a 3-0. Game 2 looked like the middle of a 3-0. And if they don't want Game 3 to continue the same way, they just have to recover, mentally reset, and go into it like it's a fresh series where they have to win 3 in a row.
But Dignitas isn't known for that. They're known for getting emotional and following those emotions, and either they do really, really well or they do really poorly. Do you think that this is going to be a 3-0 shutout from COG Red?
You know, they are known for that, and if we're going to talk about a team, I mean, we're going into the World Championships, right? We're trying to decide who is the best team in the world. And the best team in the world, whoever it is, will not be a team that is subject to momentum, will not be a team that gets down on themselves. So if Dignitas wants to be that team, now is the point to prove that they can recover.
So I'm trying to think of like picks and bans for the next and what Dignitas is going to have to focus banning on COG Red. I mean, you got Kali and Vulcan, which have been doing extremely well in the past few weeks at EU and NA here. Are we going to see, I mean, we've seen Vulcan in the solo lane, mid lane, and now as an ADC. Do we have to ban Vulcan? Do they have to ban Kali?
This is really difficult. There's a lot of decisions going to it, but I think we're hitting the point, or at least COG Red is, where everything they play will kill you. Everything is scary. You can't just ban out Snoopy's Vulcan and then he'll be bad. He's got something else. So I think it's just you counterband your own composition. You say, what are we playing? What's good against that they play? Let's not let them have it. And obviously, you don't let Sercat through because you don't let Sercat through.
So Dignitas, are they going to have to be early, like aggressive? Are they going to have to start invading more? What are they going to have to do to try and start off on the right foot against Cog Red in Game 3?
I mean, obviously you want a great early game, and that's a focus, but I think they just need to play it by ear. They need to roll with it, and they just need to be themselves. They need to relax. They need to play their best. And, you know, Anatoly needs to be back there rubbing Lass's shoulders.
All right, well, good luck to both teams, guys. Right now, Cog Red is up against Dignitas 2-0. We are now going to go to Game 3 with our casters.